I just thought of a cute connection between physics and life. And those ones are always a lot of fun because you can kind of say you're on the verge of discovering a unified theory of physics and consciousness and everything. You know, you can sort of say, oh yeah, that's probably right, that one, because everything's connected. I just feel it. You know? Or I just know it. A lot of people say that. You know, they say, oh, you know, subatomic particles have got consciousness. I say, how do you know that? Oh, they just do. I saw it on Facebook, you know, something like that. But when you do use physics as a metaphor for life experience, you know, you can trigger those nice thoughts, you know, that some people would call cute connections and other people would call facts, you know, because I saw it on Facebook. Right, the connection that I thought of is, all right, the word heat. Okay, well, in physics, it's a hell of a lot easier to heat things up than to cool things down. Because once atoms are vibrating, it's hard to get them to stop. But you know, if the atoms aren't vibrating very much, it's easy to get them excited. All right, so that's that. Digression. I don't even know what we say anymore. The Americans are stuffing me up. You know, do we say digression or do we say digression? No, we say digression. But I get confused because, you know, like defense and offense. You know, I took offense at that. You know, well, we seem to be saying defense a lot and offense. You know, I took offense at that statement that you just made. Well, you were being defensive. I think we still say defensive and defense. Where do you play? Oh, I play in defense. What? I play in defense. Aha, I know where you play. Well, I play in offense. See you there. Alright, so it's easy to heat things up. Doesn't take much energy to heat things up, but it's really hard to cool things down. Now, the metaphor for life. Alright, here we go. See, I knew that subatomic particles had consciousness. They're thinking all the time. You know? Alright, let's say your life is exciting, hot, you know, heated up, you know, complicated. You've got a lot going on, not boring. You know, I would call that an existence where, you know, your life is in a heated up situation. A little bit like social media sometimes. There's a lot of heat in it, you know, and that can be true of an individual too. You can have a complicated life, you know. You haven't got any bandwidth left in your head. You're overloaded, constantly overloaded. All right, you're already heated up. Now it's very hard for you to get back to a cooled down state when you're that. If you've got 65 things happening in your life and all that sort of stuff, you're having arguments with this person and you've got 3 disputes happening with 3 other people, and you're suing someone and someone's suing you, and there's 64 other things going on, and complications, you know. You're in a heated up situation. Right, now it's hard to cool that down, you know, because you're, all right, I got that person over there suing me. I'll sort that out. But I'm having trouble at home because my wife and I are arguing. The kids are going nuts. I've got 64 other things that are going wrong. Right, I've got to cool these things off one by one. That's actually hard to do But let's say your life is in a cooled down state. It's very easy to, and you're a bit bored, See, that's the downside for being in a cooled down state. That other one's exciting. You know, you got a lot going on. You know you're alive when you've got all that stuff going on. You know you're alive at least. So that's a benefit to having a very exciting life. And it doesn't have to be all bad stuff. You can have a very exciting life where good stuff is happening too, but the point is you're in a constant state of excitement, heated upness, you know. Right. Okay, upsides, you know you're alive and it's very exciting. In good ways and bad. Alright. But it's very hard to cool that down and just have one boring day. Just relax, you know. Very hard to get to that boredom state. Now, if you're in a boredom state already, a cooled down situation, it's actually really easy to spice up your life and introduce a little bit of excitement. So, which is the better state? Well, whatever you prefer. But the point is, my suggestion to nobody is the boredom option is better. The cooled down state is probably better because it's easier to put on a jacket and make yourself warmer. And then if it's a stinking hot day and you're down to your speedos and you're still trying to get cool, all right, so that's another metaphor. But there you go, a connection between physics and one's emotional and psychological state. And my suggestion is an easier life. And you're not losing anything because you can always make your life more exciting. Get bored, you know, and then you can always spice that up. But if you make your life too exciting, you might find it hard to cool that thing down. You got more power and more choice if you've managed to create an uncomplicated and frankly boring life. There you go. A vote for a boring life. There you go.